It is an honor to welcome you today to introduce you to Mr. Anthony Powell. He is a legend in the industry of network and affiliate marketing, a 23-year veteran of the industry. He has helped hundreds of thousands of people create a secondary source of income and many 6- and 7-figure income earners. He was part of a team that led the charge to take his first company from 100 million to multiple billions and started from the bottom and worked his way up to become one of the top earners in the entire industry. I believe that it's rare to be able to say you're at the right place, the right time, with the right people. But now is that time. There will never be a pre-launch like this ever. This is the beginning of something epic. Are you ready?
Hi, it's Anthony. Many of you I work with currently and others I've worked with in the past. In our time together, directly or indirectly, we as a team broke many records in the industry. If you're watching this video, I'm going to let you in on something that's about to break history worldwide. But before I do, let me bring you back to my story. I was just like everyone else, going to university, working a full-time job, thinking I was on the right path to living the dream. Then one day, I witnessed my boss after 35 years lose his job, and it devastated me. Driving home that night, I realized that if it's got to be, it's up to me. Without knowing where to go or what to do, 5 months later, my friend called and said, I have an opportunity for you to look at. One or two things is going to happen. One, you're going to see what I see and we become financially free. Or two, it's not for you, and either way, we'll still be friends. So I checked it out, and I couldn't believe what I saw. Excited people that were having extraordinary results, and I thought to myself, what if? If they could do it, then maybe I could too. You know, I couldn't get started fast enough, and luckily 20 plus years ago, when I was introduced to the industry, I had Mark Hughes, founder of Herbalife, Larry Thompson, one of the mega legends of all time, and Jim Rohn, the world-renowned business philosopher, who trained people like Anthony Robbins and all the industry greats, take me under their wing and groom me. I didn't have a lot of money, but I had a lot of passion and a strong desire for change. As I was growing up, I watched my mom, a single woman, trying to keep shoes and clothes on me as a 6'5" young guy. I would always hear her crying in the next room behind the door. She didn't know it, but I knew her struggle, and I wanted to give her a better quality of life someday. And I never wanted my future family to have that same struggle. So it was a no-brainer to get started and follow my mentors. By being teachable and following every step these guys taught me to do, it allowed me to walk off my job my first year. And when I quit, I was earning 3 times the amount in this business than I was at my job. It blew my mind because they said if they could do it, I could do it too. I finally got to taste the freedom. And whether you're here for part-time or full-time freedom, or a financial wall built around yourself, there's nothing like it. Being part of a revolution that took a company from 100 million to 1 billion in business, you know, watching Mark Hughes and Larry Thompson leading the way was simply magical. That era installed all the leadership traits in me that now I've been able to give back to thousands. 10 years in, my legend, my hero, Mark Hughes died. I was still young, but long story short, all the leadership got together and we said, now what are we going to do? And we concluded, we know what to do. We know how to get up early. We know how to execute all the things Mark Hughes taught us. We know how to help and serve people and get them to see bigger than they are. Mark Hughes had said his goal was 5 billion. About 4 or 5 years after his death, we got the job done by doing over 5 billion in sales for the year. Later, as the company was sold, the Wall Street Warriors took it over. When I say warriors, I mean, the focus changed. Yeah, they still said they were all for the distributor, but it came down to the focus being on the shareholder. No problem making money on stocks, but the bottom line is the company was founded on passion for the distributor. Mark was all about the distributor's success. And when that was gone and a few years went by, I knew I had to make a decision for my team's future. After 20 plus years of being there, I said, this isn't what I got in this for. Money's great, but I'm here to serve people and help them become successful. Because if my people can't grow and they don't have an opportunity that I feel I can believe in, it's time to go. You know, Jim Rohn said, you've got to invest life into life. And if you can't do that anymore where you are, then it's time. I got my leaders together, many of whom have been with me for 20 years, and we discussed what our next chapter looks like. Our options were to start our own company or move to another company. In the end, we chose to move to a local company, and for whatever reason, it just didn't work out. The marketing plan was changed several times, and if your income fluctuates up or down, you just can't sustain your business. And that ended up hurting us. Unfortunately, this is common with many companies. My leaders came to me and said, enough is enough. We want to build financial walls around ourselves, and we're willing to pay the price for our futures to have a better quality of life. We'll do whatever it takes. That was about 12 months ago. Now let's pause for a second and go back to my leader, Mark Hughes. He grew to the #1 position in his first company. Then they started jerking the marketing plan around. Before you knew it, guess what happened? His income went down. And as I said, when your income goes down and your team's income fluctuates, it's the same thing that happened to us in our second company. You just can't sustain it. But Mark had to make a decision with his leaders, and they left. Now, Mark and his team analyzed all the companies and chose one. He took his last bit of money and went down to get the products, only to see a sign on the door that said out of business. He and his team said, now what are we gonna do? That's when he said, I've had enough. No longer is another company going to dictate our future. We know what we got to do, and that's to open our own company. He went to the top formulators and said, look guys, I've got a passion like none other. I'm going to become the #1 nutrition company in the world. And these guys looked and said, we're already the #1 formulator in the world. Why do we need you? After hearing Mark's passion and desire, they said, we're in, let's do it. In 1980, Herbalife was founded. Out of the trunk of his car, he did $20,000 the first month, $2 million the first year, then 50, then $500 million. The guy crushed it and went into the billions. Fast forward, I look back after this last experience of going through the two companies, and I said, isn't it interesting how Mark had the same experience I'm now having? We both were #1 in our companies, we broke sales records, and having the marketing plan changed several times. As Mark did, I decided it's time to take individual responsibility. I told myself, you've already seen the rise of billions, you've helped open countries, develop leaders, and I knew the time has come to do it ourselves. Now, with the industry doing $167 billion a year and growing, it's still small compared to what it can become. Think about it. We're bigger than the NFL, bigger than the movie industry, bigger than a lot of major industries that you know of. $167 billion. Why do I think it's a small number? Because with social networking like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and other engines online, the reach can put us into the trillions. To start the process of building the dream company, I got 6- and 7-figure earners together from around the world from different companies, and I said, listen, I want to know the top 5 things you would have to have if you were to build a company. And here's what they said. #1, a comp plan that has the highest payout, that's fun and simple, and where other people's efforts benefit you with no breakage or flush volume. If you do the work, you get paid. Number 2, a revolutionary product that's in the highest demand today and will be 30 to 50 plus years from now, meaning you can hand the business down for generations. Number 3, an automated sales funnel that once you put someone in, it prospects, signs up, and upgrades your customers and new affiliates for you, which means you don't have to be the salesperson. The message is the same across the board. Everybody wins. Number 4, a step-by-step training system, which means everyone is trained the same. This is the definition of duplication. You don't have to be the issue. Your job is to let the system do the work, and you focus on follow-up and building a relationship. Number 5, a leadership development machine. Whether they're a truck driver, nurse, doctor, lawyer, salesperson, or factory worker, it doesn't matter. We can take someone from where they are and develop them into a dynamic leader here. What's exciting is we got the job done. People are going to have what they want, all 5 things, which means for you an opportunity of a lifetime. Next, we realize that if you're going to throw your hat in the ring, you can't be like every other company. We've got to do what Apple did, and that's to change the experience. They came in and beat everybody. They even got bigger than the oil companies and became the most powerful company in the world. They dominated in an industry that had already been won. It just shows you that the experience is what you've got to accomplish. With 22 years of experience, I looked at thousands of people's top 3 things on their dreams and goal lists. They are, number 1, time freedom, which means more money, meaning doing what you want to do when you want to do it. Number 2, travel. Everybody wants to travel to destinations around the world and see places they've only dreamt about. Traveling makes people happy. Number 3 is better health. Weight loss, weight maintenance, weight gain, or more energy. Just an overall better well-being. Those are the top 3 things everybody wants worldwide. After seeing the top 3 goals, we started our research and looked into the travel industry. I was blown away. Did you know the travel industry is the highest search industry on the internet? And we discovered that it's in an $8 trillion a year industry, which is unbelievable. Now, the number 2 industry, health and nutrition, is $350 billion worldwide. What a difference, right? I was blown away when I heard this. We sat down with some of my advisors and key people, and they said, let's go look at Expedia, Orbitz, Travelocity, and Priceline. Let's find out what people like so much. And you know what it is? Discounts. We looked closer at Expedia, Orbitz, and other search engines, and we found out there's 2 middlemen. So how do we get these people out of the way and go direct to the vacation provider and get the biggest discounts on the planet? And everyone said, it can't be done. You're not big enough. You can't do it. There's no way. It's a good old boy system. No one will ever let you in the door. Oh, really? We got in there and started banging on doors, and we got through. And guys, I'm here to tell you, we're launching a product on the internet in 134 countries that's going to dominate the industry and allow people to finally have a quality of life they've always wanted. Why? You'll have the opportunity to have true time freedom and travel the world with discounts up to 85%, with access to over 300,000 hotels and 15,000 timeshare resorts and villas. Many times you'll even be paid to travel in addition to your deep discounts. This is the best product that's ever been invented in this $8 trillion industry. We've got a gold mine on our hands. Then I brought in consultants and mathematicians. They said, wow, what a product. I asked them to use their brains to make a simple and unbelievable compensation plan that's ever been invented. It needs to be fun, simple, and magical, with everyone benefiting from each other's customers. They worked for 8 months, and I'm excited to say they nailed it. We've reinvented the industry. Now you want to write this down. The name of the company is Zendio, and the product name is ZynTravel. When you sign up, you're called a Zendio affiliate. And one of the best parts is how little startup costs are. There are 3 positions you can start at. The first position's called Silver. It's only $49.99. Plus, you get a $75 travel credit that can be used on ZynTravel excursions. Number 2, Gold. It's only $199.99. You can earn 3 times more than a Silver, and you get a $300 travel credit, again to be used on ZynTravel excursions. And the third position, which is where most people start, in the highest paying position that allows you to earn 9 times more than a Silver. It's called Platinum. Are you ready for this? It's only $499.99. And you get a $750 travel credit. Everybody wants this product. I've never seen demand like this. You will have customers purchasing trips like crazy. Even my lawyer, when he looked at the product, said, "Anthony, do you realize how much I travel for business? If I get up to 85% off hotels, I'm gonna save tens of thousands or more a year." I'll be going through the compensation plan later in the steps. But one of the ways you get paid is called cycling. And if you become a Platinum, the first thing you'll need to do is find 3 people. Then all you do is teach those 3 to each find 3, which gives you a total of 12 new affiliates. That's called a cycle. And on average, that's gonna pay you $1,500. Now you can bring in all 12 yourself to fill up the cycle tree, or you can sign up 3 and everyone else brings in their 3. It doesn't matter. You're gonna get paid $1,500. Plus you're gonna get a referral code. As a Platinum member, when you personally refer a Platinum, you get a referral bonus of $100. It's unbelievable. Now if you find someone and they refer someone too, you get $25. You get paid a cycle for every 12. Plus, you get a referral bonus on top of that. Here's the exciting part. You're gonna make money and have fun. I'm gonna make a disclaimer here because you have to have good work habits. Whether you want to be part-time or full-time or build a financial wall, you're gonna have to put in some effort here, obviously. When you cycle Platinum and you earn the $1,500, you're also going to earn a 10% travel bonus. 10% of $1,500 is $150 put into a travel bonus. Do you realize how many travel bonuses you're going to accumulate? And you can use the travel bonus on hotels, airfare, cruises, rental cars. Guys, do you realize no one's done this before? We've got the first 2 things on everyone's list: time freedom, and now you're gonna get paid to travel. Just think of this. You're gonna be at the pool drinking a pina colada in Cancun, and someone's gonna ask you, "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh, good. How are you doing?" "Blah, blah, blah. I'm from Denver. I'm from Seattle. Hey, by the way, what did you pay for your trip here?" "Oh, $2,700. "Really? I spent $600. How did you do that?" Guys, this is how simple it's gonna be for you to get customers. This is the best retail product ever. Everyone wants to join. No one has ever launched a product or affiliate program like this before. And here's how it's gonna go. We're going into pre-launch, and this is where it gets really exciting. There's gonna be about 40,000 people that are gonna join during pre-launch. Then we're going into Vegas for the official launch of the company. And you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna go to a whole nother level. Now here's what you need to do. Don't let this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity pass you by. People in other companies that were founding members were set for life. This will be a business you can hand down for generations to come. Now, I'm holding a founding member position for you, which is not available to everybody. Once they're gone, that's it. And the opportunity to get in first will be off the table. The last 22 years of all the records we've broken is nothing compared to what's about to happen and is happening now. What you need to do is click the button below and lock in your founding member position. Order your platinum package, which gives you the extra 10%, and join the movement. I'm excited to work with you again. Click the button, lock in your spot, and I'll see you on the inside. Bye for now.